think it is gonna be match point for Team Peak and for Tartarus up as well. So definitely excited for the draft phase and gonna be moving on towards the game pretty soon. So Peachy and Ray, take it away.
Let's go, let's go. Game number 2, where Tartarus is standing on the bridge. If they cross it, it's their game. They are, cementing that they are the first one to give it up in a clean sweep. But Team Peak to plummet, they do have a chance to say, let's go, game number 3.
Let's see. Peak to plummet right now. The draft, it's going to be mattering tremendously for a simple fact. I feel like last game around, they did trust Skyzen, but it did not pull off in the end because against the Granger and the Claude, the whole thing, the main weakness for Granger is the simple fact that any mobile target, he's going to be facing a lot of difficulties to track him down, right? Because it's a skill shot. Claude, Irithel are direct counters for a simple reason that they move a lot. You cannot really target them down. And it was pretty obvious because King Kyle was diving into the back line and
He played it out very well. He played it out very well, though. Come on, he's my friend. I have to glaze him a little bit, or he's gonna come back at me. I'm pretty sure about that. But anyways, I think the respect band really came through for that gutter Kata quite easily. The taunts were on point, especially for the Carmilla. We did see in some moments the curse of blood were a little bit late than anticipated. I mean, the team wanted it quite quickly so that they can dish damage, but no, just few seconds also mattered a lot. But at the same time,
I have played them and it's not interesting. Yeah, I feel like he's just not that interested
do
into it.
agree with that. But at the same time, you're talking about Harith getting banned for that, Kyle. Understandable. You don't want to give that. You don't want to give the Granger. But again, the Granger will be open. Maybe this game, Moscow. Skies in. There's like a 70% chance that we would be looking at the Moscow. But what kind of team composition will they bring out, given the fact that the Baksha is already gone? There's a lot of EXP laners also getting banned, as well as junglers. Junglers, there's a lot of option. Lucas, though, will Charin go for that Lucas?
I think he can go for it. Yep, immediate lock-in. Lucas is just really provides tremendous amount of value onto that Sacred Beast form, or right now Kurama, right? So, of course, Lucas over him, but I want to see if they have different strategies overall.
Okay.
Half of my harem is here, 100%. I love both of these two, and half of my harem is here, 100%. I love both of these two, and of course, I can't emphasize it enough. Huge shout out to the production and IGC for making all of this possible. Like, I've talked with the production, and you guys can't believe how massive Zushin's file is. Not something else, It's massive, guys. You cannot imagine. It's massive. It's bigger than the game itself. Okay, but
I
yeah,
understand.
yeah, they're putting in a lot of effort, and it's really clear for pushing the boundaries of obviously providing the esports quality overall. Obviously, for the dear viewers who faced the issues early on, it was probably due to the YouTube glitch. Plus, obviously, a heavy rainfall season in northeast areas, especially a lot of places have heavy flood as well. So hopefully everyone is doing safe and sound. And due to that, we faced a few issues. But right now, let's just focus into the game. Tartarus versus Peak to plummet. 1-pointer with 25 minutes game in. Tartarus bounced back in 12 minutes mark. Let's see what they can do with Peak to plummet right now, as the sides have been swapped slightly, because Granger is in Kyle's hands and Lucas is in Charin's hands. And so is the chip. Completely, like, we're seeing a little bit of a, like, oh, you take mine, I take yours.
Ray, this is a wife
Yes,
versus
sir.
wife match.
Your wife
It's
versus my wife.
rivalry. It's on. It's on. Come on, Peak to plummet.
For a simple reason, you pick Zushin. But of course, jokes aside, though, they are definitely not giving Skyzen the opportunity to play the Moscow for a simple reason. It's the global presence, SOD. You don't want that.
Push is so much. The pressure when it gets so high, you have to put in your mage or your EXP laner to just clear those lanes. And if you don't, the pressure is going to just build up time by time. Both the teams are not new to lane pushing and having the good lane management. You just have seen how both the teams were trying to get it on, but unfortunately, Peak to Plummet, the late game was very, very haywire on their hands. So as of now, a lot of junglers getting banned, but at the same time, Won out of the scene as well. Okay, this game is definitely a lot of females and cat girls are getting banned off. So what will Skyzen go for?
Skyzen. I think it's possibly just gonna be an Aerosol. It's gonna be an Aerosol, or at most some form of pocket pick, like a not a Bruno. Bruno not gonna be good. I feel like Aerosol, Claude, or Bruno. And at most, at the top of my head, no. It's either Aerosol, Bruno, or Claude. Those are the only possible, chances I honestly see. Other than that, I feel like there's nothing else they can go for. No, they go for the carry. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. That's not a good pick in my opinion, because would have been so much better. I'm a little skeptical. Would have been so much better. I'm a little skeptical about it though. What do you think? I feel like it's not a good pick. I'm gonna be honest with you about it though. What do you think? I feel like it's not a good pick. I'm gonna be honest with you.
True, though. True.
Situational, because her range is extremely low. It's lesser than Moskov, so it's not good at all. Yeah, you can get the Malefic gun, increase it by 12%, but what about it? It's not going to help because it's already so low, and Granger just outranges you so heavily that the lane dominance is gonna be 100% into the hands of Kyle. So you're not gonna win out the lane. So the only thing you can do is win out the team fights. But to win out the team fights, you need to have like the damage. Carry takes very long to get the damage for herself unless it's with tanky targets, and there's only one proper tank, and that's the Batang. So I just don't see any possible reason. ESL could have been so much better. They could have used the crossbow and just dish out the burst damage. But I'm really skeptical about the carry, but hey, Skyzen, please impress me. I would love to see it. But ladies and gentlemen, we're diving straight into the game between Peak to Plummet and Tartarus. This is going to be game number 2, and we're going to be focusing if Tartarus gets a clean sweep right onto the first day of the Swiss stages, or it's going to be a game number 3. Intercasting this, of course, it's myself, Ray, and I'm joined by the beautiful Lady Peachy, and another one is waiting for us at the host desk. That's Zero. We'll get back to her after the match. And so Peachy, overall,
Wasn't
Joseph.
Savage Warrior. It was Joseph.
It was Joseph.
That is no way. Ain't no way. I really thought, okay, the flicker really worked out very, very well for Savage Warrior, which is a good thing. But now that early game,
Niche. It's their niche.
this is what I was talking about. Peak to Plummet once again with the early game dominance. They just want it onto their hands. But the late game, though, will they be making the same mistake? Kimmy amidst Eliminate and sandwich between Eden as well. They have to move towards the top lane. They have to make sure that the carry will be shut down as well. But the carry does have already a kill and an assist, which is looking quite good. It's Kaizen you're talking about. He will be having that presence onto the team fights and making sure that he will be also participating in those. But Charin, though, I want to see assassins out of it, not the fighter junglers. It's a good pick. You're talking about how meta works. Yes, Lucas is definitely a good pick, but Charin, I feel like he shines a lot on those Ling and Hayabusas a lot.
Both of them are basically assassin players right now, and Joseph is on a little bit of a more comfortable spot for a simple reason that it's Suyo, so it feels that assassin role very well, and it's also a fighter. So yeah, overall, I just feel like the comfort is there, but it's pretty evident that Peak to Plummet just really excels into that early game. So until this game once again goes into that later phase, we probably won't see much of an engage that comes in from Tartarus. They are going in for a lot of poke, but it's not really exactly what you need, you know. So overall, 3-4-0, turtle spawned in. I feel like this time, okay, Suyo has the, you know, that quick retribution because of the
Yes.
soul sever, soul sever.
Yes.
Sometimes I forget one word and I completely miss it, but yeah, soul sever. So he can go for the turtle steal, but I feel like Tartarus is just, they are aware that it's a deja vu. Pick to Plummet has the early game, so just play the slow and intense game and just be patient with it.
Oh, let's see if they are able to get it or not. But Lemonade, though, he's on the chip this time. The chip has been there, but they have the Louis as well. I feel like the rotation wise, they can get it on quickly. They want to make sure that they are, giving not giving the space. But okay, there's a little bit of stunts coming in while the Barang also trying to give some kind of a set. But let me tell you, I played with Taser, okay? His Barang is really goated. He really plays the Barang very, very well. You know, his primary role being the marksman, despite that, he shines a lot on the Barang. So giving him the Barang is going to be a very good thing. And I do have a fact about him. I did witness a match.
What they need to do is just stop that. Tartarus is able to make every second, and the only way they can possibly do is take down King Kyle. But that's the issue with the carry. She's not a marksman that can take down Granger or win the lane. So the whole team needs to pull up to take him down. But that is very expensive for them to do so, because look at Tartarus, they're already going in. Kimmy there.
Team fight though, look at them. They want to take it down, but Skyzen does get a kill. That would be the Lucas as well with another kill. Now Charin though, once again, this is definitely a deja vu moment for me. How targeted against a high loss.
Lori top lane.
Oh, wait a minute. The diversion was there. He's quite low, though. There's a jump coming in from this. Kalia trying to mark down Taser, but Taser will be taken. That's a mega kill for this carry. But look at that. Three Musketeers trying to move away. But he knows he does have the Lantern Flare, so he can put it up. But wait a minute. Tsunami Sun coming in quite well for this. Joseph will be targeted down. Double kill picked up. Would it be a triple kill, given the fact that there's a stun for this Eden? And that's a triple.
It is absolutely insane how Peak to Plummet just demolishes early game. Like, how do they really, like, twice in a row, 8 minutes before? It doesn't even matter about the draft anymore, because last game it was Lucas into the hands of Joseph, right? So you would ask the question, why was Joseph not able to do it, right? And he's just proving it. Charin is just able to get that early lead, 6-0-2, but that comes at a price. That's a massive bounty you're putting on yourself, and that basically means the juicier the shutdown. And that, you know, if Charin gets taken down, I feel like this game is just, again, a full-on Uno reverse, and they need to avoid that. So I would recommend Charin gets a few defensive items, at least a Winter Crown, maybe some Rose Gold, but into a top lane. Lemonaire wants to go in for Taser, but Flicker being baited out. No engages so far, few warning shots here and there.
That's true. You know, closing up the box share that really gave the path for this high loss though. Now high loss, look at him. He knows his lane is already off, so yep, okay, once more with the same fact. You guys know it's Gurshian, and the reward being pure deletation. Unless it's just some panic jungler, you know. I feel like I've seen a lot of panic. God, Gushan Brown to the top lane. Okay, the middle lane, Taser will be taken down. Top lane, Charin will be taken down. Okay, Savage Warrior had missed 3 people. Tsunami Slam, a little bit short, but King Kyle with the Sky Piercer thus gets it on. But wait a minute, Joseph, he's on a chase. He's trying to move away, but Kimmy jumps in for that little bit of a heal from the passive. This is why the Kalia pick is such a goated pick.
Kalia is head and shoulders, like 5 problems, 1 solution. She's basically that, but oh, 5 problems. No, it was just 1. But Skyzen wants to go in for more.
Oh, look at them. The shortcut will be there to provide them, but King Kylo, he's trying to move back. Flicker will be there. He gets the blast onto him, but Taser will be taking a fighting in that radius where Skyzen is on 7 kills, second man to go down. That would be Joseph into the mid lanes. King Kyle, he doesn't have the flicker. They can commit, but will they be able to come out alive, which is a problem for Skyzen, just because he has a huge bounty on his head as of now. But wait a minute. Loi does can see towards the bottom lane, which is a good.
He gets the items by getting the kills for himself, and it is just a really great rotation and synergy that's coming in from the hands of Peak to Plummet. They're just feeding everything to the hands of Skyzen right now. Job done by Charin. It's time for Skyzen to come online. But we gotta give credit to Joseph. He has been surviving a lot, but Tsunami Slam is it. Charin gets taken down again.
Second time into the 11 minutes, he will be shot down to the mid lane though. Wait a minute. Legendary picked up by Skies and double kill by King Kyle. Will it be a triple though? Skies and still hunting for more, but he knows if he overextends, it's going to be a problem. At the same time, now that the mid lane is gone, Lucas, the bushes. It's going to be quite easy for Taser as well as Kimmy to scout those bushes, making sure that they camp off for Savage Warrior as well as Aizen, because in the last game you have just seen how Savage Warrior was picked off and it just worked in their favor, especially for Tartarus, who wants that late game.
Absolutely. And so far they've been doing a really good job trying to prevent the basically they're having countermeasures, because last game around they realized that 12-minute mark is where Tartarus really pushes those forward, wants to go for that play. But right now, they're really trying to prevent it as much as possible. But hey, Tartarus, they still have time, they still have leverage, and they still have the resources to make a bounce back. 2,000 gold lead onto Peak to Plummet, which is not actually big enough. Unlike previous time, they had 6,000 gold. This time around, they're in a much better position. But yeah, Lord play. I feel like this is where we might see Tartarus go for a complete switcheroo. But let's see. Taser providing a little bit of vision, a little bit of poke. Oh, there's a device. Oh, Taser detects it out. Unfortunate, or is it?
A setup, but that will be avoided by both of them. Skyzen tries to go back towards the King Kyle with the presence of his item Rose Gold Meteor. He survives. He picks up a legendary. There is a stun coming in for Char, and he will be taken down double kill. The Sky Pierce is just working out, but Kimmy though, why did he jump in? Again with a legendary. Wait a minute, Loi though, will they be actually making some kind of a play? They're just waiting it out.
They have to. They absolutely have to right now at this point of the time. They were going for that play, but that was quick response coming in. Oh, Joseph wanted to go in for the solo kill. Could not get it. King Kyle doesn't have the energy for the bazooka either. So Skyzen still. How is this absolute beast of a boy? He's not even 18, by the way. He's still a high school boy, okay? And he's able to actually dominate against Tartarus. Young blood, young talent is insane. But overall, Lemoner, you better watch out.
Prodigy, definitely. But wait a minute, Taser, that was a very good set. But Charin jumps out of the back line, shut down. King Kyle tries to move in, but Skyzen as well. He's not stopping. He's just picking legendaries on legendaries. Double kill picked up by this Charin. Look at them. They are here to win up this game. 24 kills against 9. Last game it was a game where kills did not matter, but this game, the goal difference is really, really shining through.
Absolutely, because Carry is the marksman that really needs that gold. Unlike, the Claude and Granger, once they have a few core items, they can just dominate. Granger is more of stack. He's less gold reliant, more on stack. Claude is more on mid game. Once he has 2-3 items, he can immediately go into the black line, try to go for a flank. But Carry 100% gold reliant, and it's really happening for them. They have around 6,000 gold lead back again under 15 minutes mark, and Lord advantage 24 minutes in as well. And Skyzen is just really not getting taken down. I would appreciate he has the Rose Gold and the Wind of Nature both for the preventive measures, because he needs to make sure that he doesn't get taken down. But the Lord comes in. Oh, look at the Louis.
Eat up. Charin jumps in, takes down Eden, thus makes a winter crown play so that he won't be taken down with the Sky Piercer of the Grains, but the Grains eliminate, shut down, Skyzen shut down the base though. The Lord is marking down the base, but they're not able to go in. Team Tartarus are really good at
Oh my God.
trying to take down the attention, but Charin will be shut down. That leaves Aizen all alone. There's a chase for him. Will he be able to get it on? And yep, they did get it on. This is no way Aizen will be surviving.
All 5 men wipe out. This is why Tartarus, they were hanging by a thread. Their base was 1 hit away from the Lord. And immediately, is this the end for Peak to plummet? A clean sweep by the hanging by a thread. 1 minion left. 1 minion left. The minion waves comes in. Who's spawning? Lemonaire. Can he defend it? Can he make the play? No, he cannot. No, he cannot do it. Oh my God. Tartarus wins the victory with just by a thread. How is this possible? How does this team do it? Even when you think they've lost, they win.
What just happened? Team Peak to Plummet had it on their hands.
Tartarus just
way.
built different. Or
I
is it luck by
agree.
chance? I'm not really sure at this point. I am 100% not sure at this point. Is this luck? Is this strategy? Is this a secret ingredient that Tartarus has cooked up? Because they refuse to lose. They just absolutely refuse to lose. 2 bronze and they win the match. This is what you call an epic comeback in rank, you know? Because
They cemented the game. Game number 1, they will be going with a bang.
this is insane.
No,
I think we gotta
actually,
go back to our host, yeah.
But hello, Zero, welcome back. How are you feeling? Because I'm still in shock. I cannot process this.
No,
It is
I'm just
pretty insane, yeah.
it's just too insane.